What's going on YouTube? This is Classically Christian. I'm coming back at you with another video. In this video, what I have for you today is some NBA basketball talk, and this is going to be our second discussion. Is Jimmy Butler the MVP? What's up, guys? This is Classically Christian, and we have had another exciting week of NBA basketball. We've been seeing some new stars emerging, some people not living quite up to the expectations set for them. But nonetheless, it's been fun. So, I think we should start off with my favorite team, the New York Knicks, picking up a win against, at the time, the undefeated Bulls. And this was a good win for us, showing that we can beat another talented team. Now, they are young, and this is the first time that they've been as good as they are right now in a while. So they're still getting used to their late game adjustments and who's going to take the last shot and whatnot. We did see that Zach LaVine had injured his thumb, so I was slightly holding him back. But my Knicks, it was a collective effort, and that was the best part about it, because Julius Randle didn't have to go for 30, 35 to beat a good team. It was well distributed. We had contributions, of course, from Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. I believe Julius gave us about 13 that game. And just a balanced attack. And of course, RJ Barrett's playing excellent defense, so we love to see it. Speaking of RJ Barrett, let's talk about RJ Barrett in this previous game against the Pelicans, because he came out to play and he finished with 35 points, 8 boards, 6 assists. And this is looking like what we can come to expect from RJ. I know RJ has gone a little bit under the radar since being in the NBA, because he came out third behind guys like Zion and Moran, who we'll be talking about in a little bit. But RJ is a worthy third overall pick, and he's going to be nice for the New York Knicks. He can be that second star alongside Julius Randle. And I'm excited because I feel like my Knicks are really in the mix this year, as far as one of the outside teams looking in, with a legitimate shot to take people out. At the top, I would say, is Milwaukee, Miami, and Brooklyn. And then those outside looking in teams, I'm going with my Knicks, Atlanta, and Chicago. And I think you got to watch out for those teams too. I'm not too worried about Philly without Ben, because they have not been looking too hot so far. But anyway, I said I was going to talk about Moran. Let's talk about Moran, because that guy is disgusting. his quick decision making, his athleticism, his improved jump shot, and he seems to be Stephen Curry's kryptonite early on in his career, because that man gives Steph nightmares. But we saw him get clamped last night against the Miami Heat, and he still finished with 20 points and 7 assists. He is another early MVP candidate. I think we're seeing the next leap of Moran, guaranteeing right now, and this isn't a hard guarantee, it's not like I'm being bold in this, but Ja will be an all-star this year for the first time. And at the very least, Grizzlies are a play-in team, but I actually think they'll finish around 7th as of right now. That's what my prediction is. They're fun. But the team that they ran into, that had to put them on their butt and give them a reality check, was, of course, the Miami Heat, led by who I said is the early MVP, Jimmy Butler. What does Jimmy Butler not do? That would be a better question to ask, because the man just does everything. He gave you last night 27 points. He gave you, what was it? 7 boards, 6 assists, 3 steals. What else do you want from the guy? He's playing defense, he's playing basketball, he's getting other guys involved, he's grabbing boards. What? And this would be huge for Jimmy. We saw Jimmy have his run to the NBA Finals just a couple years ago, and nobody expected it. It was labeled as bubble frauds, especially when they had that poor performance against the Milwaukee Bucks just this last postseason. But this would be huge for Jimmy's individual career. He's always been a guy who has had obviously a big impact on the winning of a culture, like Minnesota to their first playoffs in years. He was, part of that Philly team that I feel like had the best shot of winning it all, if not for a Kawhi buzzer beater, and made it all the way to the finals just to run into LeBron and AD. But this guy, he clearly affects all aspects of the game. And when you think of a most valuable player, you think of the person that is, integral for the team, because without them on the team, they don't win as many games. And that's exactly what you have to think of when you think of Jimmy Butler. Obviously, they've had some notable additions to their squad since he first got there. Oladipo still hasn't played a full season yet. He's been riddled with injuries, but if he comes back and is, just even 80%, 70% of what he was in Indiana, that's a great person for them to have off the bench. And Kyle Lowry obviously brings that veteran leadership. Mr. King of Charges himself. He's not afraid to get physical. Fits that Miami Heat team perfectly. And Tyler Hero's coming back, bouncing back, because he's heard what everybody said about him being a bubble wonder. And so this should be a good season for Miami. I have them in the box, facing off in the conference finals as of now. Let's switch over to the Western Conference. The Los Angeles Lakers. I have them as my preseason predictions for the NBA champions, and I'm not going to say that I'm completely out on them, because it is LeBron, and he has somebody like Anthony Davis on the squad. I love Westbrook, so I'm not going to, talk down on him too much. But it's clear that their team is having some issues working as a unit up to this point. They did get a win against the Cavaliers, which they desperately needed to. They got that win against San Antonio. But, other than that, you should not be losing to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Russ has been way too careless with the ball. He had a quadruple double the other night with 10 turnovers. He's got to take better care of the ball. And if that means that he has to slide to the 2 while Bron runs the point, that's what's got to happen, honestly. That'll be the best case scenario for them. Lakers, they are not doing too well to start things off, but we're not counting them out because they're the Lakers. They have LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. Melo's been playing fantastic for them. That's been a highlight for the Lakers in this time of struggling in the early season. Melo has been absolutely on fire. Hopefully he can keep up that play over the course of the NBA season, because, Melo's New York anyway. We ride with Melo. 3 to the dome. Steph's been struggling a little bit in these last couple games, but he's going to be all right. Still expect him to be top 2 in MVP conversation. Giannis up in that discussion too. But right now it's Jimmy Butler. Remember that. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed this one, go ahead and leave a like on it. Comment down below what you thought. And of course, subscribe. Click the bell next to it. That way you get notifications every time that I upload. Got the Eagle Fang shirt on for Cobra Kai. Can't wait for it to come back at the end of the month. See you guys later.